Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. It is Monday, another beautiful Monday, another beautiful day. It's the start of a brand new week, and this is the last Monday in October. It still blows my mind that, wow, we're in October. It's going to be November and it'll be December soon, and this year, 2019, will be over. Yeah, Elijah, hey, can you believe it? Can you believe that the year is almost over? I truly, I don't know where this year went. But anyway, good morning. How are you? Hope you had a fantastic weekend. Hey, Aaron, how are you? I need to get back to you because we need to film soon. We were actually filming. Actually, we filmed a lot. Feels like I've spent a lot of time filming over the last few weeks. So I have a lot of new stuff coming, a lot of exciting things that are on the way. And of course, I have to tell you, what did I do this weekend? Actually, what did you do? What did you do? No one ever tells me. So then I feel like I need to tell you what I did. What did I do? This weekend it feels like I worked because I literally was just going from event to event. There's so many fantastic events that happened this weekend. I went to Black Professionals in Tech. Then I went to, oh gosh, this was a big one for me. A dear friend of mine, Chioma, has a platform called My African Corner, and she shares different things that are happening specifically focused on African events, African things. But she hosted her first event under a new brand that she's built called BuildFest. And BuildFest is really focused on helping and sharing information to help people who are interested in entrepreneurship. How do they get started? How do you one of the exercises that they had us do it at this event was how do you identify what they call an MVP, your minimal viable product? So how do you go from concept to idea to actually marketing it? So it was packed full of learning, packed full of information. So job well done by Chioma and her team. And then yesterday, I went to a beautiful, beautiful brunch, which was hosted by the lovely Tressa Lee Brown, who happens to be my event planner for Secret Something that I'm working on that's happening in February 2015. So 2015, where did I get that? No, 15th of February 2020. 2015. I guess I'm stuck in 2015. So 15th of February 2020, we're going to be doing something super exciting, our very first live event, which I hope will be the first of many, many, many. And so she's helping me work on that. But it was wonderful to go to her event, which was called Re-Rise Brunch. And it was really a gathering of phenomenal women for a day of just beauty, inspiration, collaboration, community. So I was so inspired coming out of that event, and it's Teresa. It's beautiful. It was just beautiful. So that was pretty much my weekend. So by the time I got home last night, I was exhausted because it felt like I just been working. But really I was at events, and which my husband doesn't understand. He's like, how can you be tired? You're just at events. But I'm always happy to support, and always happy especially to support women and inspiring women who are doing phenomenal things. So that was my weekend. And I also wanted to say thank you so much to everybody who reached out to me to say, you didn't do a live last Monday. Where were you? Why wasn't there a live? And first of all, it made me feel very special that people noticed that I hadn't done the live last week. And people said they missed it and that it's always a great start to their week. And so I appreciate that. I truly appreciate that you're watching, that you're enjoying it, that you're finding value. And so I guess it's a great opportunity for me to tell you why I didn't do a live. So the reason I didn't do a live is because over the last 3 to 4 years, I've really made a conscious effort to work on myself and to better myself, because I listened to one of the great inspirational speakers, Jim Rohn, who once said that you need to work harder on yourself then you work on your job. And I realized that for the longest time, I worked so hard on my job, but wasn't working on myself. And so this was really something that I made a conscious shift and a conscious effort to what could I do to better myself. So over the last 3 or 4 years, I've joined a very high level mastermind. In fact, I'm actually getting ready to go to LA next week for our last in-person mastermind meetings. It's a group of people who are influencers who are doing phenomenal things in the world. These are people who are like 7 and 8 figure incomes who are really focused on being heart-centered and doing things that are not just for the money, but that actually have a positive impact in the world. So I've been part of that mastermind for a few years. I've been part of many different coaching programs. I have a coach who works with me and advises me. And one of the things that I was doing last weekend was actually my sister-in-law and I, Lisa. My sister-in-law has a fantastic platform, a fantastic event that she runs in Switzerland, which is focused on helping women entrepreneurs come together, collaborate, sharing their stories, sharing their products. And so she's really looking at how she can scale it, how she can grow it so that it's not just contained to Switzerland, because so many people reach out to her and ask her, well, how can I participate? But she's in Switzerland. So she's producing an online program that she's been working on. And so her and I had gone to actually a mastermind session of sorts with a coach. And so that's where I was last week, is that I was actually getting coaching on to help me really figure out, because one of the things, as I said to you all, is I need to figure out where we're going with this platform and how we can have the biggest impact and share the most information and just help as many people as we can, to inspire them, to uplift them, to get more of us working towards our goals and dreams and working to becoming fully ourselves and the best ourselves that we can be. So that's where I was. I spent 4 days in Irvine, which is just outside of LA, which is absolutely beautiful. It was packed. Literally, we would get to our room. My sister-in-law and I, Lisa, were sharing a room, and at the end of every day, we would literally be exhausted because it was a lot of learning, a lot of growing, a lot of being challenged. Actually, I think was one of the great things that came out of that. Why are you doing things that way? Why are you not? But not just the why of why you're doing things that way. The biggest challenge for me, and this is something that I want to share with you for today. The biggest challenge for me, I think, has been thinking that what I know or what I do isn't something that other people could benefit from. And that was something that was really challenged by our coach James. And he said that at what point, because one of my weaknesses, I come from an African family where it's all about education, and having pieces of paper, a certificate, a degree that says that you know how to do something, whatever it is. And the more degrees and more certificates, then that means you're very accomplished. And so I think that was my mindset, was, well, if I don't actually have a piece of paper or certification that says I know how to do X, even though it's something that I do know how to do, I know how to do it well, but I don't have that piece of paper, then am I really qualified to share that information? And that's something that was really challenged by our coach, because he said, at what point do you feel like you know? Like, what's going to be that magic spot, that magic marker where it's like, okay, now you've studied enough. Now you can go and share your knowledge. Because what he said to me and what he challenged me on is that what you know, someone else could benefit from. What you know, someone else, you could share with someone and help them move a step further towards their goals. So, and in my case, I'm in a privileged position where I can go to these workshops and masterminds and be in rooms with people who are, doing phenomenal things in the world. I'm actually just getting ready to go to something on Wednesday where I will be in a room full of people who are doing amazing things in the world and have the opportunity to meet one of the greatest inspirational, motivational speakers of our time, Tony Robbins, as well as Rachel Hollis. And I'm privileged. And I get to hear this information. I get to sit. I've been in rooms with Robin Sharma and with Dean Graziosi and people like that who are truly, doing incredible things in the world and making it, having real impact. And so I've learned all these things from them. And so my coach was asking, well, what is stopping you from sharing that information with others? Like, what is that thing, that certificate that says, okay, you're good now to share? Who is, as he joked about, who is the mayor of the internet who's going to come and tell you that now you can share your information? And so it really challenged me. And as some of you may know, I actually did a coaching certification a few weeks ago. So I'm actually now a certified life and business coach. And I think part of me getting that certification was that, well, if I start sharing information, am I certified to do it? And so that's really been the challenge that's been given to me, and the challenge that I'm going to give to you is that what is that thing in your life? What is that thing where you're waiting for somebody to give you permission to do? What is that thing? Whether it's a dream, whether it's teaching, whether it's whatever that thing is, where, we battle with ourselves and think, if I don't have a piece of paper, if I don't have a certification, if I don't have all these things, I'm not yet good enough. And I'm going to challenge you, just as I was challenged by my coach, to say where you are is absolutely perfect. If you have something that you want to do, if you have a dream, if you have a passion, you are absolutely 100% certified to do whatever it is that your dream is. And if you need permission, please accept this as me giving you permission and saying you are qualified now to do that thing that you are dreaming of. That you don't need to wait to have a piece of paper. You don't need to wait for somebody to say you're good enough. And the other thing too that we do is we compare ourselves with other people, and we're like, oh, this other person is already doing it, or this other person is doing it better. And I've heard this said so many times, and I want to share it with you. Don't compare your day 1 with somebody else's day 20. Don't compare your year 1 with somebody else's year 5. You don't need to compare yourself. Somebody will benefit from what it is that you want to do, what it is that you want to put into the world, whatever that thing is. There is absolutely somebody in the who who can benefit from the knowledge that you have, the passion that you have, and the impact that you want to have in the world. So that's what I'm going to say to you. And I say it to myself as well today, that I don't need to wait for anybody's permission. I don't need your permission. I don't need anybody's permission to do what it is that is on my heart, to do what it is that I feel is the right thing, to do what it is that I'm passionate about. So I want to say to you, what is it in your life that you're stopping yourself from doing? Go do that, because there is a reason that dream, that desire has been put on your heart. It's not an accident. We don't all get the same dreams. We don't all get the same desires. It was given to you for a reason, and you need to act on it. So I want to say have a wonderful week. Have a blessed week. And I will see you same time, same place next week. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for everybody who's joining. Pumzile, thank you so much for sharing. Yes, go do that thing. Hey, Netherlands, how are you? Hi, Neola. Thank you so much. Yes, I see that you're a journalist, and yes, I studied journalism. Maning, it's always great to see you, always great to have you online. Thank you so much for joining me. If anybody has any questions, I'm happy to take a couple of questions really quick. Happy to help you along your journey, and I'm actually, I guess this is kind of sort of going to be an official announcement. Kind of, sort of. I'm still finalizing what it will look like, how it'll look, but I am going to be doing coaching. I am going to be launching a coaching program in the very near future. So if that's something that you might be interested in or that you want more information on, once I'm ready to share the details, then absolutely feel free to DM me, send me a note, message me, and I'll keep you in mind once I'm ready to share those details. But thank you. Thank you so much, Kitty. I always love having you on. Always great. And I love your enthusiasm. Like, even in text, I'm like, yes, Kitty's excited. So great. Thank you so much for joining me. And like I said, have a phenomenal week. Go do that thing that you're supposed to do. And I will see you same time, same place next week.